the band of Her Majesty's Royal Marines Scotland march away. I'm delighted to tell you that the Red Arrows are on their way, and here is Red 10 Squadron Leader Mike Ling.
Thank you, sir. A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I am the ground supervisor with the Royal Air Force aerobatic team, the Red Arrows, and I'll be talking you through this afternoon's display. Ladies and gentlemen, here they are, please. A big round of applause for the Royal Air Force aerobatic team, the Red Arrows. That formation is known as Big Battle. The jets in a big V shape, around 20 feet away from each other, flying at 400 miles an hour. You now see the jets collapse to around 6 feet apart as they form a short diamond formation. Leading the formation is Red 1. He's squadron leader Jim Turner. It's his third and final year as the team's leader. He's a former Jaguar pilot in the Royal Air Force. He's very experienced in the display world, having displayed the Jaguar, spent 3 years previously with the Red Arrows, and spent 3 years as the official advisor to the Royal Saudi aerobatic team. This is Short Diamond. Reds 4 and 5 pitch up to roll back into a shape called Apollo. Now we have 3 types of show we can fly depending on the weather. Our full display would allow looping maneuvers, but the cloud doesn't allow that. So today you're seeing our rolling display. You hear Reds 2 and 3 acknowledge the move to Eagle. They do so with very metronomic rhythm in their voices. The idea that on the count of 4 in their heads, all the pilots extend their air brakes, and on the count of 6, they retract their air brakes, which enables all 3 aircraft on each wing to drop back in unison to form Eagle. And in from the right, this is the Eagle Roll. As the jets go upside down, boys and girls, the pilots can see you waving. Give them a big wave. Well, 2014 is a very special year for the Red Arrows. It is, in fact, the Red Arrows' 50th display season. And in those 50 years, the team have performed over 4,500 public displays in 65 countries around the world. Our primary purpose is to demonstrate the strengths and relevance of the Royal Air Force, but we do also assist in defence diplomacy, support British industry, and assist in recruiting for the British military. Out to the front now, the smoke's on. You see Reds 4 and 5 move forward slightly. They're going to form the shape which resembles the planform of the Russian fighter jet, the Su-27. Now there's a NATO code word for that aircraft, and that is flanker. So now in from the left, the smoke comes on as the team now show you flanker. You're about to see the formation change into a very wide shape now. Reds 8 and 9 will move to the outside of the formation, and from Red 8's right wing through to Red 9's left wing. The formation measures 100 meters or 300 feet wide. And to enable the pilots to stay in formation and keep the formation moving as one unit, the outside pilots have to anticipate their control inputs. They do so by using the cadence in Red 1's voice commands. But now, a bit of patriotism, please, ladies and gentlemen, as they come in from the left, celebrating the Armed Forces Day national event. This is some red, white and blue in Phoenix. On the leader's right wing is the first of our 2 new pilots for 2014. Here's Red 2, and his name is Flight Lieutenant Stu Campbell. Stu is a former instructor on the Tucano aircraft and actually displayed the Tucano in 2008. Operationally, he flew the Tornado. He's a local boy from Scotland. He grew up in Peebles, and a big hello to Stu's family who are here in Stirling watching him for the first time today. Out to the right, the smoke's on. The team have formed our trademark shape. Now get your cameras ready. Get ready to give them a big wave again as they show us the diamond roll. We fly the majority of our formations with the odd-numbered pilots on the left-hand side. The even-numbered pilots fly on the right-hand side. And in their 3-year tour with the team, the pilots will generally start at the front of the formation, and as their proficiency improves, they move further back. On the leader's left wing is the other of our new pilots. He is Red 3, Flight Lieutenant Joe Hurston. Joe is a former instructor on the Hawk aircraft. And then operationally, he also flew the Tornado GR4. Another local boy, Joe hails from Scotland, and I've got to say a big hello to his mother, father, Ginny and Alistair, and his sisters, Katie and Beth, and his niece, Freya, who are here watching him for the first time again today. Out to the left now, the team have formed an iconic shape. Get your cameras ready. Coming in from the left, they're going to show you Concorde.
Coming left now. Holding right now.
You're about to see the shape change again. The smoke will come on as the 3 aircraft on each wing start moving forward. Reds 2, 3, 4 or 5 move next to Red 1, and Reds 8 and 9 will be a beam Red 7 at the back. Now this shape looks like a feathered arrow. Feathered arrow is a bit of a mouthful to say on the radio, so we shorten it. And in from the left-hand side, this is known as Fred. Well, that is the end of the first half of the Red Arrows display, ladies and gentlemen, where you've seen all 9 aircraft in different formation shapes, presenting formation aerobatics. We're now going to be splitting the formation down into sections of 2, 3, 4, 5 or 7 aircraft and show you some more dynamic manoeuvring. At the front of the formation are Reds 1 to 5. We call them Enid, after Enid Blyton's famous 5. And at the back of the formation are Reds 6 to 9, who we call Jippo. Jippo was the nickname of the first pilot who led the 4-ship when the Red Arrows started officially flying 9-ship displays in 1968. The T-shape to the front is known as Dagger, and they're going to roll out directly just to the left of the mound in front of us. Get your cameras ready, they're going to start the second half of the display. Now comes the detonator. Cameras ready, here go Enid. Eyes on Jippo underneath. With his smoke changing from red to white on the left-hand side is Red 6 and leader of the Synchro Pair. He is Flight Lieutenant James McMillan, and it's his 3rd and final year as a Red Arrows pilot. He actually grew up in New Zealand, but he transferred to the Royal Air Force in 2002 and became a Hawk flying instructor and Harrier GR9 pilot. On the left, he is followed by Red 8. Looking right with the smoke on is Red 7, chased down by Red 9. These four aircraft are descending just to 100 feet. Their closing speed is 850 miles an hour. Get your cameras ready for the amazing Jippo Pass. Well, the Synchro Pair leave their smoke on. They're now turning away from us at 6G, or 6 times the force of gravity, meaning everything in their bodies weighs 6 times more than normal. So those boys are working hard to counter the G-forces as they fly towards us and perform the cyclone. As the Synchro Pair slingshot out to the front, look to your left to find Enid. The wings of Enid drop down to form an inverted V shape, but if you look to your right, there's a lone jet, that is Red 9, who's going to fly in the Goose. Climbing steeply to the left with a red, white and blue stripe is Red 9. He is Flight Lieutenant Mike Child. It's his third. Up through the middle of the vortex with the white smoke is Red 8. He is Flight Lieutenant Martin Pert, and it's his third. They perform the revolution. Each of the pilots in the revolution performing what we call an aileron roll maneuver. Essentially, that is a full left-hand control column input to roll the aircraft around its longitudinal axis. The key to that maneuver is getting all 7 pilots doing it at exactly the same time. The big formation there, looking left and right again now for the Synchro Pair. This time Red 6 comes from our right and Red 7 from our left. Closing at 800 miles an hour, they're going to cross 3 times in opposing 360-degree 6G turns. Get your cameras ready and get ready for the carousel. Now watch as each of the pilots swaps their smoke colour every time they cross using the individual colour control buttons on the aircraft's control column. Now look to your right 45 degrees to find Enid. In a shape known as Leader's Benefit, they're drawing a red, white and blue stripe in the sky which resembles a snake. This manoeuvre is called the Python. On the far right of that Leader's Benefit formation, with his smoke changing from red to white, is Red 4. He's Flight Lieutenant Ollie Parr. Ollie is in his 2nd year with the team. He's a former Tornado GR4 pilot who's flown over Iraq and Afghanistan, and he has also spent a tour flying as an instructor at Royal Air Force Valley on Anglesey. Keep looking out to the left to find Jippo. Red 6 and 7 now rolled upside down in close formation.
8 and 9, oh, good.
This is the corkscrew. Red 7 there working hard, flying his jet only 8 feet away from Red 6 and doing it while he's upside down. As Jippo finished the corkscrew, look over to your left, above the trees, and spot the 5 headlights of Enid.
2 and 3, roll.
The inside pilots perform tight match rolls to the outside of the formation in the rollbacks.
Go!
Enid finished their very dynamic rollbacks. Keep looking to the right-hand side as we get ready for Jippo to come back.
Enid, smoke off, go! Jippo, smoke off, go! 6,
Once again, Red 6 and 7 are going to fly upside down. The idea now is that Reds 8 and 9 will match their formation underneath. This is the mirror pass. Red 6 using the cadence to command the formation to wide into a 4-ship square card formation. Now look to your right 45 degrees to find Enid.
go. Enid, smoke off, go. 5, roll.
Reds 1 to 4 form a box formation, and now looking underneath, here goes Red 5. He's going to roll around the rest of Enid a dozen times in the twister.
Coming. Right. Now. Holding the bank. Now. Right.
Getting very busy with the red smoke on there is Red 5. He is Flight Lieutenant Steve Morris. He's a second-year pilot with the team. He's a former Hawk flying instructor, and he's operationally flown both the Harrier GR9 and the Tornado GR4 before donning his red suit last year. So as Enid finished the twister, keep looking out directly to the front. Get your cameras ready as we look for Jippo.
Jippo, smoke on, go! 8 and 9, roll, go!
Reds 8 and 9 pitch up to roll around Reds 6 and 7 before they split in the Jippo break. With his smoke changing from blue to white on the right-hand side is Red 7, Synchro number 2, Flight Lieutenant Mark Lawson. It's Mark's second year with the team, and his background is solely on the Tornado GR4, where he spent 3 tours and became a qualified weapons instructor. I've got to say a big hello to Mark's mum, Catherine, and Aunt Caroline, who are watching Mark display for the first time today. So a big hello to you guys. Left and right, the Synchro Pair are about to perform their final maneuver of the display, the double rolls. Ladies and gentlemen, please a big round of applause for the Synchro Pair. Now look directly to the front where you'll see Enid are being joined by Reds 8 and 9 for the display's finale.
Recovery.
They are in a 7-ship Vixen formation, and this is the Vixen break. You've been watching the Royal Air Force aerobatic team, the Red Arrows. Red 1 puts his smoke on. He's going to gather all 9 aircraft together and they're going to recover to Edinburgh Airport, where our team of engineers will service the aircraft. We're staying overnight before we then head to Northern Ireland tomorrow for another display.